absolutely. I'm the captain now, so best salute me. Coming for what's mine, I'll take it rudely. You would too if you live like Rudy. Blood, sweat, and time and minds make a ruby. My surroundings scorch, you can't outdo me. Crown king of courts, you can't outdo me. When it comes to justice, the only judge I trust is Judy. I struggle to stay focused, but the words I state are truly. How I cope with locusts of demons trying to rule me. That's value you can't measure.
Bring us in. Alright, perfect. Welcome to Blunt Raps. This is the second fucking episode of Blunt Raps, where we meet up, smoke a blunt, and discuss anything, really. So let's get started. I already rolled the fucking blunt. I've been waiting for this. We've been setting up for like an hour, sweating. It's cool, though. Let's spark it up. So, I saw some shows. I saw some music this last week I want to tell you guys about. But, well, you guys tell me about something first. Wait, what were you going to tell me? You were going to tell me something about something. I said save it for the podcast?
No, we were talking about comedy stuff, and you said you went to a comedy show.
Yeah, that's right. I'm the one who said save it for the fucking podcast. Okay, yeah, so I saw John Reap, that dude from, he was in Harold and Kumar. He's the dad of, you know how they were hiding that kid in the basement?
Yeah.
The fucked up kid.
The glasses?
Yeah. He's
like...
the Cyclops kid that they had in the basement. He's the redhead farmer type dude.
Okay.
Or like redneck type dude. And he's also in a commercial, Dodge commercial, that's pretty funny. But I saw him, he's hilarious. And then some other dude before him that was hilarious too. But what were you gonna tell me?
Who was it? Chris Tucker is coming. And I was also Bill Burr, September 30th.
Bill Burr?
Yeah, we should try to go see Bill Burr.
For real?
Yeah, because I love Bill Burr. Have you seen his TV show?
Yeah.
F is for Family?
Yes, it's
fucking
hilarious.
amazing till the end. I hate that last episode so
What was the
much.
last?
You guys seen it?
I've seen it, yeah.
The whole
What was
thing?
the last episode of the second season?
They fucking put this guy on the plane who's like not mentally all there, and then they're trying to like ship him out, and there's like some terrorist kind of crazy thing, and this one gets shot, and there's like blood all over everyone. The family's like, oh, I'm so happy we're all together. They're all hugging in blood and shit like that, and then this all.
It was basically like, we have no idea how to end this.
Yeah, it went totally off rail, and no, it's fucking.
So
bullshit.
It didn't stay realistic.
No, yeah, it was just a real lazy
the show
way to
doesn't
end
have
it.
to be realistic.
It was lighter.
But they were on such a level before of staying like that.
It doesn't work.
Yes, it does. Yeah. Got my flame.
Fucks. Yeah, okay, I did see that episode.
But yeah, it goes from the crazy family bullshit all of a sudden to this madness happening, and they're kidnapping the guy and trying to ship him out, and then people get shot.
It just the climax built way too quick. Like if they built it up right,
like there was no divorce, no kid got hurt. Like
I like the
nothing realistic.
I like the neighbor.
The cocaine addict.
The neighbor who's always doing cocaine and banging that.
With his iguana man.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
No.
We ruined half of it for you.
Spoiler.
It's still good.
No, the first season's fucking worth it.
Yeah.
The whole first season's awesome.
What is it, like the 70s or 80s that it's set?
I think it's kind of just ambiguous. 70s and 80s.
Yeah, definitely not the 60s.
Like late 60s.
Maybe, late 60s, 70s. Yeah. And, Bill Burr would be amazing to see.
Yeah.
Amazing. He's besides Louis C.K., that's unpopular. he's the most hilarious fucking comic that there is. What else? Oh, I was trying to go see Dan Soder. That's what I was trying to go see, but he was...
Who's that?
He's... like a lot more unknown, but I hear him. Do you know Jay Oakerson? He's on Sirius. There's like a Sirius comedy channel, and he's on that. I've been listening to him for a while, and he's funny. So I was trying to see him, but instead I saw John Reap, and it was still good. But I spent a bunch of money. They make you buy 2 items.
Yeah. Comedy works, right?
Yeah. Which is worth it. I like it.
I guess, but like, can I just give you like $15 and then don't have to gouge me out of that?
I feel,
Or at least make the drinks a little cheaper so I can buy
Which ones
3
have you guys?
drinks.
Have you been to the one downtown?
No, we went to the one that's right over here.
Yeah.
Nice. Hell yeah.
It was nice, yeah. And that one was cool too, because it was like
Did you hit this?
I did. That's why I passed it to you.
Oh, whoops. Oh, sorry, Ash. Okay. All right.
Wow, fucking with the rotation. It's only the second episode and we're already off the fucking rails?
You're right.
God damn.
Oh, the first episode was dope. Okay, so let me tell you about some of the music I saw this week. Wednesday night, I went to Cervantes for their Research Wednesdays. I saw X-Mag. I go there like every weekend. I was checking out the Silent Disco. We have a Silent Disco set coming up at the end of the month, so I always like to go there and check it out. My homie Nick, he's starting up this like he's all about recycling and all that shit. So he got a grant from the state to put cigarette butt receptacles, like get 6 of them. And so I want to have him come on and talk.
Wait.
That.
The cigarette butt receptacle? Because I've had an idea like that. You put them at bus stops or something.
Well, the whole thing is someone needs to pay $50 a month to have people come empty them and shit. So
here's the thing. You know what you can do with them? If you have enough, you can like make ashtrays out of cigarette butts and shit. And that's what I'm saying.
What?
Why not recycle them? Yeah, and fucking you can remake something that smokers use.
But then what? You're gonna sell those?
Yeah, for like $5 or something. Super cheap. Who cares?
I'd have to see a picture on. I don't know. Like the way I see it is just like a cigarette butt nest, and you just like give a ball of cigarette
When I'm not on the podcast, remind me, I'll find it. No, they even make like clothing. Like it's usually a lot.
Yeah. They just hand it to you like this, and they're like, "Here, you put this on your
No, for real. It straight up just looks like cloth or something. Whatever they repurpose it, you'd be surprised. It's just like with cans. It's not like they repurpose those and it's just like a table made out of aluminum cans.
Yeah, I feel. So it looks like a lot nicer.
Yeah, but you need a shit ton of cigarette butts though. It's probably like like 1,000 cigarette butts for like one ashtray or something. I don't know. I would have to look into it more. But I think that's really cool. I get it. It costs money, but.
Yeah, well, there should be, I think we're getting to easier ways of doing shit. I think that's what we're figuring out now. So many people are, like, motivated. Like, the Fox Street compound, when we went down there, and that's the kid, Nick. So, that shit was dope. It was just all these people who just met up that day to fucking recycle. Like, they weren't there to see us. Like, they were already doing it. Like, they were just, and I was like, damn, like, this is the type of people I want to chill with. Like, all my friends are still sleeping right now. Like, getting up, getting ready to go to the fucking club. And here these guys are. It's like fucking, they're just recycling and shit. On a weekday, too. Like, they're just like, yeah, that's what we do. Like, fucking, all right. Oh, dope.
If I was like Marlboro, and this is totally fucked up, but like, if I was a cigarette company, I would totally just advertise and be like, yeah, we have a tree seed inside all of our cigarette butts. I mean, obviously, the seed's ruined from all the
so you
and all
just
that,
encourage
but
people to...
no one really thinks about that. They're just like, oh, cool, yeah, I can flick it, it'll plant a tree. Marketing.
Oh my god.
Because you ever watch Mad Men?
Yeah.
So in one of the very first episodes, the whole thing is
Have
like,
you seen
our cigarettes...
Mad Men? No.
So I had to watch it in history class. Freshman year, we watched the first 4 episodes because it talks a lot about the Industrial Revolution. It's very historically accurate. Like the dude goes to the doctor and the doctor's smoking a cigarette while like examining them and stuff. So what they're doing, they're struggling because cigarettes are just coming out as being negative and bad for your health. So the marketing guy's like, no, all right, our cigarettes are made with natural cut leaf or blah, blah, blah. And they're like, everyone's cigarettes are done like that. And he's like, no.
Cancer.
Everyone else
toasted.
Exactly.
Everyone else is what?
Everyone else gives cancer. Ours are toasted.
Huge lawsuit where it was like the general surgeon and shit like that. They were releasing, statements like, yeah, no, cigarettes actually kill you. And they're like, yeah, but ours are toasted. Like, we don't have the harmful, you know what I mean? Like, they didn't straight up say that they were natural. But through the advertising, they're like toasted.
Pretty much just apply the same thing and be like, yeah, this plant's trees. Totally fucked up and misleading.
Yeah.
Just saying, Margot, if you want to hire me, I got you.
That's hilarious. Yo, have you seen Mindhunter on Netflix?
Nah.
Have you seen that? Oh my god, you have to see that.
Is that the guy who telepathically talks to people, is like trying to put a story together or something like that?
No. Tell
me about it.
He's an FBI agent, and they assign 2 FBI agents to like study the minds of serial killers, and this is back in like the late 70s, 80s, and it reminded me of it because they're on an airplane in one scene, and they're fucking smoking a cigarette while they're on the airplane, because it's back in the day. But no, so they're flying around meeting all these serial killers that are in jail and interviewing them and putting together like a fucking handbook for other FBI agents to track down serial killers. So they go meet with like some of the big names, like I can't remember, and they keep talking about how they're gonna go meet Charles Manson. Like that's the whole tease. They're like, "Did you get the meeting with Hanson?" And he's like, or Manson, and he's like, "No, not yet." But like I put this in, so the whole season you're like, "Oh shit!" Like they're gonna go meet with Charles Manson. Like this is gonna be dope, and they don't, which is a huge cliffhanger for the second season, which is gonna be dope. But they go meet with like 3 or 4, different serial killers. One of them's really famous. I just can't. Like Macy, maybe? I don't know. But it's so...
John Wayne Gacy?
Yeah. Is he the big guy with glasses?
Yeah, the clown.
Yeah. So
yeah, dude, that's one of my most favorite serial killers. That's weird to say, but as far as dude, no one had any idea. If you know any of his like backstory, he was going to like hospitals and stuff and making kids happy in a clown thing, and then going home and raping and killing them. Like,
wait, he's a big guy with the glasses?
Yeah, and he was like a banker, and like everyone was like, "Oh, he was a great neighbor.
Yeah.
He was a part of our community."
So they have an actor reenact him, and they even show like real footage and shit. But like they get it real down. So when they go meet these people, it's a Netflix series too.
So it's fictional, right? This isn't.
No. It's like it's based. It's kind of based on like it's fictional. It's completely
okay. Yeah, I was confused for a second.
But I think it's like based on kind of how they had to do. Like this had to happen because now if there's a serial killer out, like the FBI already has a manual.
Fun fact.
Because they've studied like, but the Netflix series is because it's Netflix, so they do it great. So when they go meet these dudes, like they look like when they go see Charles Manson, it's gonna be an actor that looks exactly like it's gonna be dope. So the whole series was fucking amazing. Just get high as fuck and watch Mindhunter. Do you have more blunt wraps?
Yeah. If not, though, we could test it out. Where's that one weed thingy that I bought off Wish?
This is a receipt. This is not what I was looking for.
There's this. I have no idea how to really work it.
Glass blunt.
But I don't know how to work it because it's kind of cheaply made. I got it for free.
I know.
I don't really need the cap. I think that's just like...
So... The glass blunts I've used are a little different.
That's what I'm saying. I've had one before, but this one...
We definitely got Jay's. Hashtag Rolling Raw.
Are those the big ones?
Yeah. We might have more blunts.
This is how you do it. Look. So, you have this in, you start putting the weed in. Alright, and this is the wrong way. So you have to go this way for the weed to go down. So as you're dumping the weed in, you go this way, and the weed will start going down and down.
Okay.
And then you just keep packing it, and then once you do, then you start hitting it, and once it starts ashing at the end, you start turning it the other way, and then it pushes that way.
Okay, yeah, because the one I've had before was like a push. It was like a slider.
Yeah, the straight push.
Yeah.
Those ones always get all resined up, and they get
that's what I had, and then I broke it trying to get all the resin out. And that's when I switched over to hash, because at that point I was used to smoking a blunt to myself.
Yeah. Nice. So, wait, let me tell you more. So, I went and saw Research Wednesdays, I was checking it out, and then Friday... Wait, what day is today? Sunday? Last night, I went and saw McKnight, and that's my homie from elementary school. So I went and just checked him out. But they're amazing. They're fucking amazing. This dude sings now. Like, my motherfucker sings now. Like, he's fucking... It was hilarious. I went up to see him after the show. I was like, dude, that was amazing. Like, he looks at me. He's like, oh, yeah, thank you. And he's like, oh, shit. Like, he recognized me and shit. Like, we haven't seen each other in fucking more than a decade. What? And, yeah, I was like, dude, this is amazing. Like, let's meet up. He's like, all right, we'll stay in touch. So now I'm going to be in touch with him. But he was up there jamming on the piano, had 3 dudes behind him with horns, had the dude on the big-ass bass, like a full band. And the band is called McKnight, and his last name is McKnight. So it's all based around him. So I really want to talk to him. Hopefully, I mean, maybe we'll even have him on and shit, and like talk about how that whole process goes. Like, how do you, like, that's crazy to me. Like the Dave Matthews Band. Like, how the fuck you this motherfucker? He's just like, yeah, like it's based around me. Like it's all, you know what I mean? Like, oh, what about your bandmates? Oh, they're fine.
Yeah,
but, you know, they're cool, I guess, but they could be replaced. Like it's all, you know, I'm Dave fucking Matthews. Like that always interested me so much. I'm just like, huh, like, because you know what I mean? Like usually, like fucking, I don't know, like, it's just a whole different genre, maybe, or style, because I don't want to say I would never, because I don't know the reasoning behind it, but in my mind, I'm just like, fuck it, I got Ash in my group, I got Tegan in my group, so why...
Yeah, but you're not trying to go out there and be like, oh, it's Dorval and the Deceivers. No, it's Blotterbunch. It's still a band.
I guess it's just a different thing to do. Like, we're doing a group project, and his whole thing, maybe it's because fucking he had so many people, like, flake on him. Like he was like, had so many bands started, and then everyone kept flaking. He was like, you know what, fuck it. Like this is my band. You could be with it or not. And then
Yeah, he's probably like the main songwriter, I imagine, or something.
Of course, and his voice, like he's the lead singer. He's the main pianist, and he does other things. But
see, though, my only condition, if I was like, that one of the horn guys, I'd be like, look, man, if this other band, the Jaded Cons, need me to, fucking go and play the horn for an album, I'm gonna go do that too, because my name isn't necessarily on this.
Well,
so,
I mean,
like,
I bet that's all, that's all figured out in your contract. Like when you start getting paid to do shows, or when a band starts getting a little big like that, like you need to start making contracts, and I bet in those contracts, I bet they work all sorts of ways. Like, what if Dave Matthews is just a straight asshole, and his contract is just like, yeah, you can't fucking go do any other shows. Like, I need you on call all year.
All the time.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how it works. And then other bands like Pretty Lights, like the Pretty Lights live band, I see them everywhere. Like, Pretty Lights is only performing one show in like a week and a half at Red Rocks. But that's Pretty Lights live. So all the members have been around. I've seen them at Cervantes a bunch, Borum Lee, Adam Deitch. They've been doing the jazz festivals in NOLA. Like, they've been working. So he doesn't care. He's just chilling there like, oh yeah, do whatever the fuck you want. Like, we're working in August, which is cool, but I don't know. That's why I want to know. I want to talk to him and see what that's about. I feel like I saw something on Friday, but I got pretty fucking lit on Friday. I'm trying to think what I did. I know I had a headache from
we
it.
recorded the music video.
Oh, what did I do after that? I went out and got lit sauce. I don't even fucking remember. I feel like I went and saw music.
Just a blur of lights and...
I really feel...
girls.
Didn't you go to your thing? No.
What thing? I had a thing?
Friday you went... Hold on, no. Friday you went to Spectra.
Fuck yeah, I did.
Tell me.
Yo, dude. All right, so Spectra Art Space is over off Broadway. They were having this the Tiny Art show, and they're partnering up with Team Love Life and everything. So it was super tight. It was going on from like 7 to like 1. I don't even know when the fuck they ended, but dude, they had some fucking crazy art. It was all tiny. It was tiny as shit, man.
Tiny art. How much?
Tiny as shit, bro. I saw stuff from like, I don't know, like $20, but there's some like real expensive stuff too. It was like $200, like this little thing. I was like, hey.
Wow.
But dude, they had some live music going. There's like EDM spinners and shit like that happening. It was fucking packed too.
Yeah.
There was like 20 fucking people in line when I walked in. They were only open for an hour at that point. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ! Like,
That's
people
dope.
coming in from everywhere. Yeah, dude. So,
But then you
it
left.
seemed like they had a great night.
Yeah.
And, definitely there's music from them. I can't wait to see more from them too.
We have an issue.
What?
This
We got
lighter
it.
is not working now.
Yo, you gotta just give it some.
Go ahead. Try to spark this thing back up. Give it some love. This is the Jared magic right there. Ladies,
All right.
he can spark your flame.
he can spark your
Flame on.
He's like the new
Flame
Human
on!
Torch.
Flame on!
A huge disappointment.
You probably, do we have any other
Thanks,
lighters?
Yeah. Let me go to my room.
Gerard.
I tried. Hey, at least I tried. You know.
Okay, you guys need matches out here. Next time you go to a hotel, get a bunch of matches. Okay, Friday.
I'm banned from a lot of hotels.
Oh shit. Okay, so Friday, I didn't. Oh, I remember what I did. I didn't go to Red Rocks, but I had a buddy who went to Red Rocks, and he saw, Beats Antique.
Beats into the fresh.
Yeah, he saw a bunch of motherfuckers. He said it was a dope show. Party Guru puts on those shows by Mike Noping. We got it! Yeah, Mike Noping puts all those together. Party Guru always has dope shit going on. And then after that, I picked them up at this after party at Beta where they were watching Knife Party. Have you ever heard of Knife Party?
I've heard.
Yeah, I saw them once.
Bonfire.
Was that them?
That is them.
Word. Where's that one?
Old school.
Please break this up. So that was my weekend of music. And then you guys showed me some music. You showed me some
I did.
music.
Sierra Whack.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of Tierra Whack?
Yo.
I bet you would like Tierra Whack. So, how I discovered her, I don't know. So I'm on this Facebook group page called The Sidebar. People just, post different music discussion stuff. And someone posted like a bunch of albums, like Pusha T's, Kanye, like just all recent albums. Like, who has the best album out so far? And her album, Whack World, was the only album I hadn't seen before. I was like, what the fuck? How is this even
Who else
discussion?
is out there?
Like I said, so like Kanye West,
Kanye
Daytona,
West and Drake, right? And
Drake's, Nabs, pretty much any, like if it's dropped in the past 3 months.
And she was the only one that you
and I was like, what the hell? And like, that's a big deal. And so I checked her out. So all of her songs are only like 1 minute 30 tops long. So that's my only complaint. Because there's some songs you really get into it and then it just stops.
But it does leave you for wanting more though. So once
it's cool.
really start throwing out, I mean, they might just be teasers for like a whole project album.
But so what she ended up doing though is the whole album is only like 15 and a half minutes, but she ended up making a whole film music video thing. So each song has like its own like little music video,
and
it'll transfer, and like the transitions are pretty smooth, and like
a lot of artists are doing that right now.
Yeah,
and she's so diverse too.
Yeah, Dora was convinced for a second she was a plant.
Yeah, not a plant, but just like okay, these fucking companies, like this company I heard about in Australia, where their whole fucking focus is like
just Little Tay. Do you know who Little Tay is? That fucking little Asian girl who's like, oh, I have all this money. Her mom literally got fired. That was a complete thing, just fabricated, just acting offensive.
That's her parents. That's her parents. What I'm talking about is like a legit company who has like a whole fucking department of songwriters, a whole department of fucking, and this is before the artist. Like they're chilling right now. Like they're doing this actively, and then they're scouting around the country, and they're like, all right, boom, like here's Post Malone. Like boom, like let's take this kid. Do you want to get face tattoos? All right, word, he's getting face tattoos. Boom, and I'm not saying Post Malone specifically, but like I heard there was some shit with Lil Xan. Like, did you see that fucking video he made of himself and posted, and he was like, fucking see this car, like,
oh yeah, it was his own car.
Yeah, I can't even drive this fucking car. Like he's getting fucked. Like they're using him to an extent where they just found him and they're like, boom, like get him face tattoos. They're just exploiting.
Yeah, once he had a little hype or
exactly, and just fucking working him to death. Like he probably signed a fucking horrible deal. What are they called? 180, 360 deals. Like they still have to, like fucking Lil Wayne. Like
And he finally just barely got paid, and even what he got paid is like a fraction of the money he made Birdman.
So my whole thing, like the way I envision it, and I don't know if this is real or not, but like a company that's straight up just sitting there with no artists, people that are not artists themselves. Everyone's sitting in these fucking office, like in straight cubicles somewhere. And then they're just like, all right, we got this new person, like, all right, send them to fucking vocal classes every day. Like we're gonna throw him, because and the only reason I said Post Malone is because he fucking came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
They just came out of nowhere and had like.
No, did you ever hear his like first like music video? Like it was like a joke song.
I saw
but dude, it was so bad.
I loved it. I loved it because of how bad it was. Because it was him and his friend Jazzy Jeff. Yeah, so they fucking they're singing and shit. I joked around and said that's like the best. I showed it to Marcus. I was like, "This is the best music Post Malone's made." And it was that thing, and we were both grooving into it because it's like some trance song that they're fucking dancing to. And he's like, "Why did you leave me?" But that's what I'm saying. Like, what if they? And I don't know if this is true, but what if they saw like that video like that, and they're like, "Look at this kid. Like, he's fine in front of a camera. He's young as shit. He's willing to get face tattoos, and fucking let's give him $100,000 and make fucking millions of dollars."
I will say him drinking Bud Light and every single thing does kind of bother me, but I mean,
but I did see
he's officially sponsored by it or anything
I'm vexed by it because I saw him on Hot Ones and he seemed really cool. Like he's just average, but like
you can sing. Like
my whole thing was it Post Malone? Was it him? Was it him who said I'm gonna be this motherfucker? Like I'm already put it. And when they approached him, like they approached a company. Like did they approach like Post Malone already setting his shit up, or did they approach like a kid who just like maybe rapped a little?
Well, my theory because I've listened, because I became a fan of him actually, or Stoney back in the day, and like listening to that compared to what's Beer Bongs and Bentleys or whatever, I think Stoney, it was more him. And it was actually him writing all that. And then he blew up. He got successful with fucking what? Congratulations. And what was that other song?
So I watched those music videos. Like someone put them on somewhere I was, and it's crazy to watch those music videos because they're like so perfectly like produced.
No, and that's what I'm saying is
it's just
he
like,
he blew up and they're like, all right, this is perfect. And then that's when all of a sudden they got this team on him. Because if you compare like his newest album, it was a complete disappointment to me. It's super just poppy, generic, singy. Like he has maybe like 2 songs where he like touches on deep like real things, but otherwise it's stuff just to be commercially successful.
Right. And the music videos too, like that takes so much time, and he's just like dressing up in like making music videos has nothing to do with music creativity particularly.
Yeah, but that's the thing nowadays, because even look at Childish Gambino, look at This Is America, that song would not even have like a third, even less impact.
But the reason I like
without the
Childish
music video
Gambino is because he only does like projects at a time. Like now he's touring, and that's a bummer. Like why is he doing the Pepsi Center? Like I want to fucking sit at the Pepsi Center and watch somebody like fucking from the stands. Like I'm up on row 40 watching Childish Gambino doing like a perfectly produced choreograph. Like come out, fucking do the thing, and I'm like, oh, fuck, I'd rather see you at fucking like the Ogden. I'd rather but I get it. Like he's too huge, too fuck. But so that's why I thought, what was her name? Whack.
Tierra Whack.
So because her shit was so. It was produced like hella, but then we did some research on her and saw that like she'd been working for this, so like that's cool. But like, what are you working for? Like I know I don't want to do that.
Right.
Like I'm not fucking. All that shit was really well produced. Post Malone shit, all of it. Even that little shit they do with his auto tune. You know how his voice goes like like perfect. It's like it's too perfect for me. I like a little more randomness and shit. You know what I mean? Not randomness, but shit like realness. Yeah.
With actual flaws.
Instead of having like a team of people like Sia. Like Sia before she blew up now, and she's been huge forever. I knew about her like more than a decade ago because she used to sing for 07, this group, and she was amazing. But in between the time she worked for 07 to when she blew up, she was a songwriter, like a really well-paid songwriter. She wrote songs for Rihanna, like Katy Perry, I believe, and these were all like huge successful pop songs. So you gotta think, like, as Katy Perry or Rihanna, like you're meeting up with this other girl who sings arguably, someone would argue, better than you, and she's telling you, okay, like this is what you're gonna do, and then you're gonna hit this note, and then it's like she's telling you how you're gonna do your fucking majorly successful. Like that just bothers me for some reason. Like Rihanna, can't you just fucking take some time and like just do it yourself?
Okay, so
like
here's one thing you have to understand once you get to that level is, at least, and this is how my mind works. I'm not at that level.
Free time.
Like, no, here's the thing: is once you get to like Rihanna or Drake or like where you're commercially that successful, no matter what you put out, it's gonna like be received well by your fans. Just look at Drake; he can put out the most mediocre, half-assed. It's still gonna top charts because of that. So once you get to that point, it's not necessarily making a song entirely yourself and doing all that. They're trying to win Grammys. They're trying to win awards. And the only way you win a Grammy is with a team. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, because you're competing against other people who have
you're right. And so in 2013, I think that's when Pretty Lights' last fucking album came out, and he almost won the fucking Grammy up against Daft Punk. And arguably, his was way more soul-inspired. Like, it was all him. Like, he's the fuck. That's all him.
I'm just saying, Macklemore's beat out Kendrick Lamar.
So
it just goes to show it's the team.
Yeah. And Daft Punk won, and everyone was everyone I knew was like, well, fucking, of course they won, because they have, like, these people, those two dudes are old. Like, how much time do you think they're really sitting in there, like, getting excited, like, oh, we're making something or is it really just a team of people, like, we're gonna win the fucking Grammy?
Exactly. And that's why I stand by, I just want to be a one-hit wonder, let me make my money, build my own in-house studio, and then do my own underground shit. That's how I want to live. I don't want no one tell me how to fucking do my shit.
Right.
I don't necessarily... It's so dumb to say, like, I don't even want to have a fucking, anything, because if I had the opportunity, who knows what the fuck I'd say. But I think I just want to keep building what we're doing. That way we just have, like, the choice of what we want to do. Like, I just want to fucking play... Like, if we had that... I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, what if someone came up to you and said, "Do you want to be a fucking millionaire tomorrow if you get a tattoo on your face?" Like,
I should have told Jared not if, when we get to 100,000 views on a song or whatever, I'll get a face tattoo. Not like a big one, not a crazy one. I don't know what of yet, but I'm going to. Because that is the commitment at that point. There's no looking back.
Wait, hold on.
I'm gonna get a neck tattoo.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
No, hey, there's
look at all those real estate.
Like there's certain lines. Once you pass this.
You know what? It was gonna be a blotter bunch tattoo, but not now.
You still get a blotter bunch tattoo once you sleep. At some point, and
he's gonna straight up come up and just brand you this.
My mom told me, what the fuck happened? Mom, I got blotted on.
Yeah, I got blotted on. And then they tattooed on my face. Alright, wait, so do we have blunt wraps or am I gonna roll a joint?
Because I don't think we have any more.
Wraps.
We have joint wraps, or you could do the glass blunt. Or you have wraps?
Let's check if we got wraps.
Let me take an inventory real quick.
Oh, I have a cute cat over there.
We got all sorts of animals up in the fucking bazooka shack.
Bazooka shack is where it's at.
But we are not a zoo. I don't fuck with zoos.
So if we don't have blunt wraps, that's cool. We're just gonna roll one of these right here. Even though this is blunt wraps, what we're gonna have to do is probably get a whole fucking
more. Yeah,
get a.
Yo, can we buy fucking blunt wraps off at Wish? I know.
Probably. I brought these raw rolling paper off Wish for $3 for shipping.
What is Wish?
Wish is where I got that shipping. It's just cheap Chinese or from other country shit, and it's usually knockoff. As long as you don't buy clothes, because like I said, clothes they always fuck up with.
Does it take forever to deliver?
It depends. Some shit takes like 2 weeks, some takes 2 months. But that's why I only usually get the free or under $5 shit, and then I pay shipping.
Hold on, and
then it's like a surprise Christmas all the time. Like I need to go check the mail today, see what I got.
How are you gonna get blunt wraps from China, bro?
I got these raw papers straight shipped here.
Raw. Free. Okay, but but make sure you get Swiss Sweets.
That's what I'm saying. I would have to look here.
Alright,
you hear that, Wish? You hear that, Raw? Fuck you. Pay us. Where it at?
This podcast sponsored by Wish.
Already you're sponsored so much, god damn it. But not a Make-A-Wish Foundation. I'm not with that shit.
Y'all got some weed on this? Wheaties? That's cool. I got a big jar of weed right here. Ain't no worries.
I was thinking of weed this morning and then I slept until noon and I was like, let's go swimming instead.
It's all good. I got some Chocolope today. We're getting down on some Chocolope. I go to Green Man. This podcast sponsored by
Sweet
Green
Leaf
Man.
got shut down. One of the chicks I work with used to work there, and I guess she was even dealing with legal issues because they were doing shit where basically they were like reserving like the really good weed to sell to people who were, you know, obviously dealers because they're coming in and buying like their max count every single day. And so they were purposely holding on to that shit because the dealers would like tip them extra under the table. And that's really illegal.
How the fuck are you even
So everyone that like works there gets investigated?
Yeah, well, so like the coworker I had, she just got her case dismissed, but a lot of the other ones are getting investigated. And as far as right now, they're all shut down.
How the fuck?
And this is the second time they've had like a malpractice.
How the fuck are you even a black market dealer in today's like fucking with all the dispensaries down the street everywhere? Like, how the fuck is someone like, yeah, bro, you want a half track? I got the.
I don't know. You be like, I have a coworker.
Really?
Yes, I know so many people that are like, we got.
I've been going to. I haven't bought. I've just been going to dispensaries. Actually, well, like a year ago, my homie grew some weed, and I was like, oh, I'm definitely getting
an ounce. That's the way to do it right there.
That is the way to do it. I got this weed for $100 an ounce. That's a fucking deal.
Good deal.
Where do you guys go?
I go to Green Mountain too. It's just up the street.
I just go to Ascend, but I've
heard a lot of bad things.
Here's the thing. Wait. I usually get the Sour Joker, and a lot of times, every now and then they'll have $80 ounces, and I'm like,
Ash, what the fuck did you hear about them?
Just like bad things. Like I've heard a lot of bad things about dispensaries. Like they be fucking you in like the oils and the waxes and
how?
I don't know. Like they're bad weed, if that's possible. Like
okay. So like they take the they take the mold weed and they just fucking make it all into wax and shit. I don't know about them, but I've heard.
That's what I'm hearing.
Dispensaries in
I've heard that from dispensaries. Or the other thing is like they know it's illegal to do, so what they'll do is they'll sell it to these companies in China, and then the companies in China turn it into fucking wax and then send it back to them, so they buy it. So it's like a whole. I hate that shit honestly, because I was buying weed from the health center like 2-3 years ago, and I don't know. Hopefully they are doing it better now, but honestly, like their fucking weed smelled so good. Like the nugs look good, but when you smoked it, all the weed disintegrated. Like it tasted bad on the exhale.
Dusted out.
Huh?
Just like dusted on you.
Like dusted, and like it would all ash weird. It would taste weird, like going out. It wouldn't taste like fresh weed. It would taste like fucking some weird shit. Like they were because at some point, if you don't take a lot of care in it and you just have a huge fucking warehouse with rows and rows of weed, and at some point some tube breaks or whatever and one plant gets a bunch of fucking chlorine or whatever the fuck. Because I've had my homie smoke like weed, and he grows weed, and he's like, oh, this shit has a bunch of, like, I don't know, it's not chlorine, but it's like some chemical that he used to use, not chemical, but like fertilizer, whatever the fuck they use.
It tastes chemical.
He could taste it. Yeah, he could taste it. He's like, oh, they didn't flush it properly.
Right, I remember back when weed first got wrecked like that.
And if you just have a huge fucking warehouse of weed and you're just not like doing it properly, and you're just having this all go out to the mass public, and then on top of that, like my homies used to work in the back where they would separate the weed and roll the joints, and their job was to like look at the weed, see if it had mold, and put it like in a different pile. And they're fucking high all day, so like at some point they've already rolled like 5, and they're like, oh shit, like did I fuck it, right? And then that shit goes out to the public.
Right.
So really it's better just buying weed from like the homie. Here, could you capture up till now, record?
Wait, like stop it?
I mean, do we have enough time? It goes for like an hour, right?
Yeah,
we're straight. We're at 37
We get like
minutes.
an hour 15 right now.
Oh, okay, cool. Let's keep going then.
But I can definitely bookmark it or something if you want me to.
No, we're straight. Okay, I'm gonna roll this up. That's crazy though.
Yeah.
Just having all that weed go out to the public all fucked
Right,
up.
well, think what it's doing to people that are smoking it, you know what I mean?
Well, we don't
Making people
know,
really
right?
sick.
We don't know
It
until
makes you
like,
hungry. That's why. I'm having I've been
makes you
eating
super hungry.
way more of it. So.
Yeah, it's better to buy weed from a homie. It's better to grow weed. I want to grow weed.
It's so much work.
It is. I had a homie that just really didn't have a life. He was growing it out of 3 basements in a duplex.
For real?
Oh damn.
Damn.
And he didn't have a life, poor thing.
All he did was grow his weed.
Yeah.
Damn.
And it was just him, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
if you had a
it's
couple of
taking it.
people helping you, maybe.
Yeah.
then,
Did he
like,
sell the weed too?
No comment.
I've
already said
I've
too
already
much.
said
I've
too
already
much.
said
In fact,
too
I'm
much.
leaving. Good night. Okay, good night. Ash out. Yo, I want to grow some weed in Mexico. I had a homie who was growing weed in Mexico, but like I've never seen anyone flower it because they get too scared because it starts smelling and then they fucking get rid of it. Because, like, I don't know, the stigma in Mexico towards weed is crazy. Like, it's like...
Why
Is
is
it good
that?
weed there though? Or
Huh?
No,
Is it good weed? Is it shit?
The weed,
that
no, the
crap.
weed...
Do you find any good weed, or is that like
Yes,
fine, like
is there really?
expensive?
Yes.
Good weed out there.
Yes!
Seems like another way.
Yes, there's... I mean, it's not like this fucking weed, but
Right,
it's...
like,
it's
is it like Reggie's or something?
no, it's not swag anymore.
Hey,
weed
level
that
up. Level up.
Yeah, no, because I remember when I was a kid, when I was like 16, I got weed in Mexico. This is like a decade ago, and it was straight such dirt swag that like we had to stop smoking it because our fucking throats got so dry from trying to smoke so much of it to get high.
Make you feel really ill too.
Yeah, well, but we just could not get high. We were smoking joints on joints on joints, and we were like, "This is
Did
not."
you try injecting it?
Yeah, well,
Does
fucking
that-
so.
Might have done something for you.
This is what we did though. So eventually we just got fed up and we were like, fuck it, let's just eat this weed. And we were young too, like I don't know what the fuck we were thinking. Let's just eat this weed.
How old were you?
16.
16.
I was like, let's just eat this weed. So we went and got some sweet bread that they had in Mexico, and it was like delicious ass bread, like with fucking jelly and shit on it. And we put like probably an eighth or more each, or maybe like a quarter or more each of straight like nugget weed. Swag too. This is back in the day, so it was swag. And we just fucking ate it, and it tasted good, and we were fucking laughing about it. We were like, oh, that's funny. We passed out, and I swear to God, and people have told me since.
Wait, you passed out?
No, well,
hold up.
No, we passed
not
out.
only did it work, but you immediately passed out.
No, I passed out normally. Like, I just went to sleep.
Okay,
so we just went to sleep, like, everything. We were like, oh, you know, whatever. Didn't think anything of it. And people will tell me to this day that I'm fucking, this is not correct, or whatever the fuck. I swear to God, I woke up in the middle of the night. My whole body was tingling. I was scared as fuck. I, like, got up, started stomping around the room because the numbness was, like, coming up. It was taking my body over. It's, like, straight edible, how you feel on this, like, edibles. But I didn't know back then. Like, this edibles wasn't really even a big thing back then. So I was stomping around, like, I was like, fuck, like, I did not feel good. I was scared. I was snapping my fingers because it was making the numbness, like, go away for a second. But I was feeling it, like, encroaching. My whole body was fucking tingling. And finally, I went to sleep. I just went and got some water. I was terrified. But, like, people told me, like, so many people, all these fucking experts were like, no, it has to be baked. Like, you have to bake the weed. Like, that's the only way you can... Just shut the fuck up.
If you eat enough of it,
yeah,
you're gonna fucking taste it.
Exactly,
man. Like,
yeah. I don't know why...
The into your weed.
Yeah, they're like, no, it has to be activated when you fucking put it in the oven. Like, that's the only way. Like, no, shut the fuck up. Like, ate weed and it got me high as fuck. Like, so high. And then, I was so high from eating that weed. So, so that's what I was saying. So that was straight swag back in the day. But when I went recently, fucking, it's decent weed. It's good ass weed. Like, we rolled up fucking blunts. We were getting so high, like, rolling around.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Why is it, like, in Mexico weed so bad, but, like, coke is bad, and, you know, they have children working in these plants and, you know, losing their feet and their hands, but weed is bad. I'm just confused.
It's really just because of, like, it's not as available, one. So all the stories were there before. Like, the story, like, that's the other thing, too, is when people call drugs, when people are just like, oh, yeah, you know, you do drugs, like weed's a drug, acid's a drug, heroin's a drug. Like, those three things are so insanely different from each other. Like, they're all drugs, but they're like... Exactly. Yeah, so when people... So that's the first thing in Mexico. So once they hear weed, it's like drugs, right? And fucking all drugs are bad, and drugs are fucking horrible. So that's and then, you know, there's stories about... Or this is another thing, too. This is, like, cultural. I saw this a lot growing up in Mexico, where they'd see, like, a crazy person on the side of the street, and your family members would be like, oh yeah, like they say he smoked a bunch of weed, but like that's, I swear, like I've heard that so many times.
Isn't even the word marijuana, right?
Marijuana,
a bad term.
The rope guy, whoever invented ropes, like because hemp was taken over, like hemp was way more efficient, like stronger, so the rope people put this huge campaign out about cannabis, and it used to be called cannabis, and a bunch of people smoke cannabis, like farmers, like people smoke cannabis, but they put this huge campaign out in the cities where they changed the name to marijuana, and marijuana was this Mexican like tobacco or something else, like it wasn't necessarily weed, but William Randolph Hearst, I think that's who it was, the rope dude, huge campaign, changed the name to marijuana and said all these fucking newspapers, Reefer Madness, you know, they're raping, you know, black people are raping your, you know, wives, and Mexicans are, you know, with this new drug called marijuana. Mm-hmm. So using that, they had all the people vote against marijuana, not knowing that they were voting against cannabis, and that's how cannabis became illegal, and that's why that's why it's called marijuana cannabis. But yeah, so that's another thing too, and those stories spread. And you know, we're the superpowers, so Mexico's next to us, and they're just like less informed than us. But all that's changing now. Like a bunch of like, it's people are just woke. Like, everyone's just becoming more woke. So even in Mexico now, too, like, the stigma's going away. Where, like, you know, more people are going to smoke weed, more kids are going to smoke weed, more kids are going to get caught smoking weed, and then once they do, like, it's going to happen where, like, all these adults are going to be like, yeah, like, well, but it's not a drug. Like, that's not, like, at least they're not drinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna be like, yeah, I have a son. Like, my cousin... My girl cousin, she lives in Monterrey, huge city in Mexico, and fucking they live well. Like she's like a Instagram type girl. Like she's always looking pretty in different places, and she smokes weed. And like at first, my aunt was fucking furious about it, but then, like, how could she be? Like, at least her daughter's not going out getting wasted. Like, and weed's not a real drug. At least it's not cocaine. So I think the more like time passes that the stigma will go away, and it's starting to. That's why there's better weed in Mexico now. I was surprised that I was like, this is not swag. Like, this is fucking good ass weed.
Fucking
Like,
level up.
yeah. I was getting high as fuck in Mexico. I was sitting in a hammock, like, up on the second balcony, like, looking up these fucking Sierra Mountains. Like, it was fucking... Mexico's rad. Y'all should come to Mexico.
I want to go to Mexico one day.
Only if you're my guy.
Right, I was gonna say that
I
same
feel
thing.
like I'm gonna get robbed.
Right,
Killed.
yeah, I'm like, I've heard a lot of bad
Not
things, so I don't know.
No, well, all the bad shit is by the border. The cartel, all that shit goes on by the border. We pass the border and we go 12 hours past the border driving. And
Yeah, don't get no taxi.
Yeah, no, but by the time we get to the town where we stay in Mexico, it's like super chill, laid back. Like, nobody speaks English, so you guys definitely have to go with me. But every day, this is the mission when I go down there. Every fucking morning, it's like hook up with the fucking cousins or whoever, and then we go get the fucking carton of beers for the day, a bunch of steak or meats for the day, pick up any chicks, all the chicks that want to come with. That's like always the plan. They're way more old school down there. They're like, what are we gonna do? We're gonna go get a bunch of girls and go to the pool, like fucking all excited and shit. So we get beer, go grill steak and shit. That's like every day down there. At least when I go, just fucking chill by the pool.
That's
Mhm.
right.
I'm gonna have to show you guys a video of it sometime. I'm gonna show you right the fuck now, actually.
Yo, I want to do a set on a Mexican, like, stage, man.
Yo, didn't
Some venue out there.
cool.
didn't
Try this shit.
Cool
And I mean,
AD.
I can't rap in Spanish, so if they're cool with me rapping in English and they're like, oh my god, you know what I mean? I'm hella stupid. I don't even give a fuck if they understand me or not. I'm doing it. It's official.
I want to do that
Didn't
too.
Kool AD make his last album when he was in Mexico, right?
Yeah, and it was like a bunch of them too. It ended up being like parts.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
like, there was like 100
yeah.
songs, something like that. Four albums. I think there were 25 tracks each.
You guys should check out this guy, Kool AD. He's super
Kool
dope.
AD, man.
I'm pretty sure he just
Kool AD.
freestyles
Most
all of
of
his
his
songs.
Yeah.
But like
That's
he
what's
makes
up.
all his own
Yeah,
beats and
dude.
stuff, and he chilled for a while in Mexico and made like
Really?
this crazy.
After this, I'm going to show you guys this dude that makes music in Monterrey, and that's like the closest huge town that's by where we go to.
Is that
And-
where they make all those burritos, right? No, I'm kidding.
They do make a shitload of burritos there. No, but they have the way they prepare meat down there is so insane. Like, you guys have to try it out.
That sounds great for my
But
keto diet.
One thing I
like
want
it.
to talk about before we fucking end this podcast is Absolute, because it's something we have not talked about on our podcast.
Absolutely.
So this is fucking Dom primarily, right? Where
Yep,
do you guys
yep,
get
my
that
first-
beat?
Oh fuck.
What was the question?
Where did we get that beat? Was it off of
It was
YouTube? Was
yes,
it
it was
just
YouTube. It's a free non-profit for YouTube.
Nice. Well, fucking.
I know the producer's name. I'm not at this very moment. So proper credits will be due.
That's what's up.
Alright.
No, but so fucking.
One of your local producers. Pay those motherfuckers.
I want to. You know what? I'm fucking. This podcast is starting and ending with fucking what we have on Absolute so far. What do you guys still have to work on it? And how did you come up with the idea?
All we have left is really, I think, mixing and mastering, right?
Yeah.
Maybe doing a little of that.
Yeah.
But how we came up with it, so one day, I don't remember where Jared was. Jared was off, fucking doing his own thing. And I honestly am very rare to, like, I'll write and do my own stuff, but, like, actual work on music, like, because I don't know a lot of the system stuff. And I think we were still on Audacity at the time.
Yeah.
When at least I did my first draft. And, I was alone. I was like, fuck it, I have the rest of the afternoon off, and I bought a bottle of Absolute. I had never drank Absolute before because it's not like, Grey Goose or anything, but it's more expensive.
Yeah. Well, the more you spend on liquor, the less of a hangover. you
Exactly,
have.
and I think I was just doing shots or, not a lot of chase or anything.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, I need to do, I'm not doing Svedka or anything.
Yeah.
And so I got that bottle of Absolute, took a couple shots, and then, I don't know, I was just playing a bunch of beats. I had recorded 2 other, verses on something. And then, I don't know, the word, I was just kind of drunk, and I saw the word on the bottle, and I was like, Absolute.
Yeah.
And, I just really liked how it sounded, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
And
There's the way you use it so many different ways. There's, and that's something... And it's so official. It's finite. It's
Exactly,
absolute.
and
It's
and especially because that's something how I've always been as a person is I'm always either all in or not at all. Like I've never been a good half-asser.
I feel that. That's how I am.
And so I don't know. I think it represented a lot with me. And then just the very first verse on it, I was also kind of in a darker mood. I was by myself or whatever, kind of drunk. I was in a sad mood. Yeah. And so it was kind of a little depressing stuff. I touch on like my grandpa's death in there and a little bit of other stuff. And then, and it works well, the beat's kind of somber, and then it fucking out of nowhere, and that's the thing, I really love beats that fucking have a crazy change up. Yeah. Like, it just gets me so hype, it throws people for a loop, and then it fucking just like hits in, and then I'm able to change it. And that's what I really like about that word, is, back in the day when I was in like theater and drama, or whatever you call it, in middle school and like high school, a huge thing, we used to do this practice to warm up where you would only get 3 words and you'd have to do a whole scene. One person, they can talk and interact normal, but the other person, they can only say those 3 words. Those are the only lines they can say. So you have to work on your inflection and how you say shit.
So absolute,
and that's what I love about it, is because you can say so much with the exact same word, just with how you say it, and like get a lot of different meaning off of it.
That's what's up. Yeah, I really like that song, and I was over here really high one day and fucking threw some shit on the end.
Oh my god, I love it. What was that fucking pill line you said? Something was like,
no value in my life,
but I got Valium in my pipe or some shit. God damn it. Freaking freestyle that shit.
Because I heard you guys were playing it, and there was just one term and way that I've heard it used that I didn't hear you use in the song, so I was like,
and that's why I love it, because like in part of the song, I literally say the like part of the textbook definition, but there's like 7 different textbook definitions, and he touched on one of the ones I didn't, and so
that's what I love too. Is fucking you went and that I love doing that shit too, like where I kind of know what a word means and it rhymes, and I'm like, dude,
all the time, like I'm like, I don't even know how I know this word,
exactly. But then I'll go look it up in the dictionary and I'll be like, yes, that was perfect. Not only was I right, but now I know how to use it like differently,
even better.
Even better. Like that's I love Google for that reason. When I'm writing music, like I always just have Google like looking up crazy words.
Yeah, because you gotta fact check yourself. Otherwise, you're like Little Yachty and you say that Squidward played the cello.
That's what it was. Who else did something like that? Someone did something so...
Kanye West says, let the suicide doors up. Suicide doors don't go up. Those are the...
single doors. Yo, isn't there a whole fucking thing that someone does, like, on Facebook or something?
Yeah, the meme where he's like, wait a second.
Yeah.
No, my favorite is where it's like Rick Ross is like, I slipped a Molly in her drink. She didn't even know that. That's great, dog.
Oh my god.
Watch out.
Yo. Yeah, that's assault at least.
Yeah.
Like that's at least.
You're also very, very rude. Like how come on. Like at least tell someone.
However, I will say if anyone wants to secretly roofie me, I will not be that upset.
Yeah.
Okay. These guys I'm taking a sip, like, by the way.
Yo, honestly, I'm glad you said that out loud and on a podcast, because I am going to slip you some LSD at some point in us knowing each other. That's going to happen. I did it to my buddy one time. All right, I was at the house.
Wait, you legit?
I did because, I got permission. So,
you have my permission as long as I'm not going to court.
No, you already...
That's the only time I do not want to be tripping.
Okay, word, we'll do that. But no, I was showing my buddy... We were smoking a cigarette outside, and I said to him, we got on the subject somehow, and I was like, can I dose you? Like, can I dose you or something? Like, I asked him officially, and he was like, yeah, like, I'd let you dose me, like, fucking, but I was like, without telling you? And he was like, yeah, just make sure I don't have anything important going on. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'd be alright with that. Swear to God, 3 months, and we were high as shit, too, so, like, this is just fucking high talk or whatever, but 3 months later, I had fucking... I put this blotter in between these what are those peanut butter cookies? They're shaped like peanuts, and they have peanut butter inside.
Oh, and they're like crackers, kind of, yeah.
Nutter butters or something?
The Nutter Butters. I had some Nutter Butters,
okay.
and I opened one up, and I slid one in, and I fucking had it in the package, and I was chilling around. I went outside next to him, and I said, here, you want a Nutter Butter? And he said, no, I'm good. And I was like, here, take, like, I encouraged him. I was like, take a Nutter Butter. And he was like, all right. And he grabbed one, and he ate it, and then fucking I disappeared. He came and found me an hour later, And he was like, "Did you fucking dose me?" And I was like, "Dog, yeah." And he was like, "I knew it too." And he said it clicked in his mind immediately because I like encouraged him. I was like, "No, like you want to take a nutter butter." And he was like, "All right, like okay." But no, he said it was amazing. He had a blast. Like fucking, he said he was just chilling. Like fuck, he didn't get no sleep. But yeah. Now, yeah, I don't know. That'd be intense. It depends on how much too, because fucking nowadays, I used to take in high school. Fucking, I had buddies that would take 13, 14 throughout a weekend, and this is dumb shit. Like they did not go anywhere in life. Like I do not recommend that. I'm not bragging about that. But myself, I take like fucking 3, 4, 6. Like something like one night I took 6. Like that's too much. Like you're fucking expanding your mind, like twisting it in crazy ways. Like now, if I choose to do that, I'll microdose. I'll fucking take a little bit, like a fourth of one. Like when I went to the
See, I tried to microdose and I accidentally ended up just tripping balls.
Yeah. Well, fuck it. I just enjoy less now more.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Yeah. So that's what I was saying. Because one time, like this 3 years ago, I had this girlfriend, and she took me to Cirque du Soleil. She didn't tell me. It was all a big surprise. So she took me to Denver to eat, and we were eating, and then she gave me a pink Red Bull, and fucking I drank the pink, like she gave it to me opened and shit.
Yeah.
And it was her drink that she always drank, those pink Red Bulls and shit, right? And fucking she just wanted me to drink this fucking Red Bull for some reason. And I was like, all right. Like, I don't even drink like fucking, or it wasn't a Red Bull. It's that pink Rockstar.
Oh,
you know, the pink one, or whatever.
Yeah,
so fucking, I drink it down or whatever, and fucking, she put 3 hits of LSD in there, and then took me to Cirque du Soleil by fucking Pepsi. And I was like, we're going to Cirque du Soleil. Everything went amazing. Like, it was an amazing time, but like, fuck, like nowadays, I don't know if I could handle that type of shit, like be in a fucking closed room, but everything went great that day. Like, I was tripping face.
How was it though? Was that
it was amazing. It was amazing, bro. Motherfuckers were doing flips. Like, it was amazing. Like, I was just sitting there like a little kid. I was like,
you bastard.
Is amazing.
Did you get cotton candy?
No.
No.
I was like, do they even have cotton candy?
I don't believe your
at
story
circuses?
then. I don't believe your story.
I don't believe any of it.
It's a little circus, you know?
They're different though. They're not like the circus. They're
Anyway,
better.
Dom gave me permission on this podcast to dose him up.
Record.
Intravenously or through the ass. Any point, a suppository style. You gave me permission on the podcast.
I did. But if it's suppository, I better come before you do it.
I'll make sure.
Oh my god.
Hey, it's his request. It's a Dimes man.
This is my Make-A-Wish.
Yeah, Look at that shirt. Look how the collar of that shirt. Look up for a second, Jared. Look up to this. Look how it matches his hat. See the bill? Pink and
Wow.
pink. Isn't that
It was
cool?
destined.
That's
No,
a dope
for
shirt.
real. It's like perfectly matched. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
I bought that off Wish.
Oh,
Bought it
I was
as a
excited earlier.
5XL, and I'm a double XL, and it still was too tight on me. So fuck Wish for clothes.
Yo, and for the plug though, this jersey is Bot Boy and it's tight as shit.
Yo,
It's got
that's
a robot
Bot Man, bro.
I mean Bot Man. I'm
Damn, disrespect on the name.
Take 2.
Don't let Jared plugging my shit.
We're gonna
There's a
edit that
robot on
out.
the back. It's tight as shit. I'm too stoned to show. So.
No, I'm just kidding. Listen,
Bot Man.
we're about to end this show. Once this is down to the bottom. So,
I'm okay.
Gerard, is there anything else you guys want to talk about before we get out of here? Any music that we fucking didn't hit on?
All the music.
Yeah, the music you guys
But
are talking
all the
about
music
right
is
here.
fucking secret until
Well-
it becomes true.
Well, oh yeah, we're gonna show you that after this fucking episode is gonna come in and end out with Absolute.
Hey,
That's gonna be dope.
there you go.
At least what they have so far, because they're still gonna master and mix it a little bit. But I mean, it sounds amazing now. I mean, it's
Yeah.
fucking fine.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's right there.
I like it. I'll look at it too if you guys need me to. We're gonna work on some music. I have some fucking lyrics to record for
We should
Raw.
definitely collab as well.
Yes. Well, we're already doing a few songs together for our shit, but yeah.
Another one.
Yes, another one for sure. Do you guys watch Hot Ones?
Watch you? What?
Hot Ones. It's on YouTube. It's where a bunch of motherfuckers eat progressively.
Oh yes, I've seen it. I watched the Neil deGrasse Tyson one.
You done what?
Yeah, oh my god, it's fucking amazing. Dude, I love Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's probably one of my most favorite fucking people in the world.
Yeah, he's amazing. I saw him on Joe Rogan. That shit.
You know, B.O.B. straight up has a diss song towards him.
Because Flat
Earth. And Neil deGrasse Tyson's like, yo, man, you make cool music, but you need to shut the fuck up. And then B.O.B.'s like, oh, you're just a pawn for NASA. And it's like, shut the fuck up.
Oh my god, yo, what happened to B.O.B.?
Dude, no. Have you heard his newest music?
His aunt was my therapist. She lives in Colorado.
B.O.B.'s?
Yes.
So B.O.B. has
That's crazy.
a new song I have to show you guys. What's it called? It's called Good Inward Sticker. Like straight in, like with a hard R, like B.O.B. And like it's supposed to be like a woke song, like talking about Hotep. Like
It sounds fucking ridiculous.
But yeah, I think he's just trying to be deep, but it's not.
You want to know what happened with him? His aunt told me is they pretty much made him go commercial, and it was bad. He wanted to get out of his contract. He just didn't like doing music anymore.
And that's why, like, I appreciate the whole, like, you know, question, you know, don't say on the mainstream, but like, you lose validity when you say shit like the Earth is flat, like.
Well, but maybe he just went such the opposite way because fucking he like what you were saying, he was getting pressured so much from his contract. He was just like, you know what, fuck all this. And once you do get a little bit of fame like that, maybe it's hard to like come back. Maybe like fuck with them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then after that, he was just like,
you know what it was? Tyler the Creator dissed him, and it just shell shocked him.
Oh shit! No, and we're gonna end on that. We're ending on that. That's a
Job series.
Damn. All right, yo, we'll catch you next time. This fucking Blunt Raps. We're gonna have the end of fucking Absolute playing out right now. Catch us next week for number 3. Peace the fuck out.